Late in 1976, my father joined the Society for Psychical Research in Kensington. They asked him to investigate happenings at a house in Enfield in Middlesex in North London. And he leapt at the opportunity, and he had his first introduction to the inexplicable world of the paranormal.
Maurice Grosse had been there for nearly a week before I turned up.
Maurice Grosse?
Yeah.
Guy Playfair, how do you do? I'm a colleague of yours at the SPL.
And I knew him well enough to trust his judgment completely. He was not easy to fool.
It's impossible for two children of that age to fool so many people for such an extensive period of time.
People think they've got ghosts or poltergeists or whatever, and it's not generally too difficult to find out what's really happening. Usually plumbing, or else the beams, timber frames in old houses. Enfield was very different because the atmosphere in that house was an absolute total fear, panic, mystification, and you can't fake that, and why would you?
What are you doing? Making contact with the poltergeist.
Join us if you like.
One day he famously played this tape to me, and it was quite extraordinary. And my father's voice was as follows. If you're so clever addressing the entity, then you can say my name. So, nothing. Go on, say my name. My name's Maurice Grosse. Nothing. Go on, say my name. Maurice. Say my full name. Maurice. Grosse. That voice was not natural. It came from nowhere. All kinds of people who came along to that house experienced something or another.
One night, so much stuff flung around in the bedroom, I just marched in and said, right, I'm going to clear the room completely of everything except you. Just after I'd done that, the old gas fire, very solid Victorian built-in gas fire, comes out of the wall, and it bends the quarter-inch brass pipe. It's not something your average 12-year-old girl can do.
So as the postman or the lollipop lady saw Janet floating around the room with whole loads of objects as well. She signed a statement to that effect.
Just about every piece of equipment we had didn't work at some stage or other. Nikon cameras will sometimes appear to be recording a tape which comes out completely blank. The Pi infrared camera, which behaved in an extremely strange way. Graham Morris, the photographer, had never had all his flash guns discharged right after he charged them up, which I don't know how that could be done normally.
The policeman who, I think it was a policewoman, who witnessed an item of furniture moving across the room. She wrote a statement, but thereafter refused to speak about it. I never went back to the house, and I don't think I've ever experienced anything paranormal since. But I don't have a fear of the paranormal. All that I've learned from the experience is to be open-minded.
How many poltergeists have you actually dealt with?
None.
During certain presences and unusual behaviour in their house.
Sign that you want to communicate with us.
What are you guys?
Well, we've been called ghost hunters, paranormal researchers.
But we prefer to be known simply as Ed and Lorraine Warren.
I'm Lorraine Warren, and this is my home. We've lived here, I guess about 40 years now. This is where everything started. Everything started about our work.
Something awful happened here, Ed.
What is it?
What
Whatever Lorraine sees, feels, touches, takes a toll on her. A little piece each time.
It's been quite a career, and I'm still involved. I'm still involved with hauntings, you know, and helping people get through. It's a very delicate thing with certain people because they're very terrified and very frightened. But there's a lot of people that don't believe.
You have a lot of spirits in here. But there's one that I'm most worried about because it is so hateful.
Okay, so let's go in. I'll show you the house. There's a lot of pictures of us in the house. Here's one picture of Ed and I.
You guys would.
Oh yeah, yeah. We didn't do anything without one another. You're in probably one of the most haunted places in the world because of the things that are in here. Everything in here has been taken from some place where people are killed or maimed or so many ways. So it's tragic for me, you know, to even go in. People are very, very interested in the museum, and there's some people that are afraid to even go in. Right here is a conjuring mirror. Everything and anything in here we have investigated. Don't ever touch anything, and if you do, let me know. This is the worst thing in here. It's that doll. I'm not gonna stare at it though. So you can take the picture, but I'm not gonna stare at it because that has done bad harm to a lot of people. You have to conjure the spirits enough to get it. You know, you're not going to get it by just walking around here.
And that's the one that's sort of depicted a little bit in this movie.
Yes, it is. That's the Annabelle doll. Yes.
The Holy Spirit again.
What has been done is circular ambulance, which is prayers, are said all the time, you know, to pray.
You're a priest once.
Yes, definitely. Yes, oh my God, yes. I can't do that.
It's November 1st, 1971. I'm sitting here with Carolyn Perrin, who, with her family, has been experiencing supernatural occurrences.
The children were badly affected, really badly affected. That was a terrible place. That was a very, very, very bad place. It's not easy. It's not easy, you know. You know, you see things and experience things. It's more comfortable now. It's a lot more comfortable for me.
The music stopped. And the mirror standing behind me.
What are you guys?
Well, we've been called ghost hunters, paranormal researchers.
But we prefer to be known simply as Ed and Lorraine Warren.
My name is Lorraine Warren, and I'm a psychic, and my husband was sensitive, you know. He wasn't as psychic I was, but he was sensitive, and we have investigated thousands of cases throughout the world. We've had some bad experiences. I mean, really bad experiences.
The devil's hour, 3:07, 3:15, things commonly happen. And the question is why?
Unfortunately, that is usually always right on when there's a serious haunting.
people waking up startled at 3 o'clock for no reason.
Poltergeist playing frisbee with your grandma's fine china, throwing you across the room.
3 incidences, 3 whispers, somebody calling their name 3 times, or 3 knocking sounds. All night long, just like that.
Does it come in threes?
Yeah.
Stops at dawn?
Uh-huh. Anything that comes in threes would be a mockery to Christianity.
Sometimes it's meant as an insult to the Trinity, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
It's the psychic hour of the night.
It's usually around 3 a.m. where people are most sensitive to spirit activity or any type of paranormal activity. The veil between the spirit world and our world is lifted in a way.
The problem arises when you deal with the entities who are not so nice, because everything is out there and they're not all our friends.
You have a lot of spirits in here, but there's one that I'm most worried about because it is so hateful.
They are stronger.
Some of these things, you can't get rid of them. You just have to learn how to deal with it.
Tragedy creates the ghost syndrome. The spirits remain earthbound. They don't know how to accept their death. They're looking for help, but sometimes they don't accept the help.
You're all gonna die. It's standing right behind you.
It's such a negative energy, and it takes a lot of energy to work with the darker spirits because they're so resistant to any type of smooth transition to another side.
When a murder has occurred, or when a suicide or something terrible has occurred, there are repercussions that echo across the multiverse and can come out when the world boundaries are thinner. And people attributed most of this to the devil, particularly around 3 o'clock in the morning, the devil's hour.
Faith is a powerful thing. The belief in such a time, the devil's hour, could be fueling its power. If you go in thinking something spooky is going to happen, something spooky will probably happen.
The devil wants to remind us he's there, that he's around. When you wake up at 3 o'clock, you never know what you're going to see at the edge of your bed.
Is it because it's the darkest just before the dawn? I just know what I can do to protect myself, and I have my faith. And if there's some way, through my knowledge, that I can help people,